Part of the food security project, we've been speaking to single men about their experiences in terms of shopping and eating and sort of things that they have on a weekly basis and how that affects their diet. And in particular, really how being on a very low budget affects the choices that they're able to make. We're really particularly interested in where they shop, things they buy, and how it feels to be mainly cooking and eating for yourself.
Like say, if you get in a habit of just quick food and that, you tend to stick with it.
So this is a young mums baby group, and today we're going to just see how food security affects different families in around this sort of age. Where do you normally shop?
Morrison's for me. One weekly shop, but sometimes I'll need to go down for like milk, bread, whatever. And then every time I need freezer shopping, I'll go to Iceland.
But you drive so it's easier for you to get down and get a one shop.
And you could buy milk and bread at the co-op, spend £10 and have stuff for the night.
Aye.
You go to Morrison's.
Spend the £10
You
got
to be 3 meals.
Aye.
But places like the co-op are just more
Easy.
convenient for people that didn't drive
And extortionate.
but they're really expensive.
We only get like a shop sometimes if my husband's working in the taxis because we just use the car to bring it up, otherwise we've got to carry it all up the road and it's a bit of a trek.
So would you say you've got like a good relationship with food, or would you just say eat for
keep
convenience? Aye.
And I do think I sit in my house and go, 4 o'clock, come home tea time.
Aye.
10, nah.
So it's more like a necessity than an enjoyable time. Like my dad, he comes up to me sometimes for his tea, and I always make an effort to make like mince or stew or something, because he never has any like that because he just doesn't see the point in
Making it for himself.
Found from that people are buying this type of food because they have no skills in actually how to prepare a meal, put a few things together, and like that they had no like interest in it, and they weren't thinking throughout the day about what shall I make tonight and go through a process in their mind. It's just actually for fueling themselves rather than enjoyment out of preparing something.
If I could cook like loads of fancy meals and all that, I probably would quite enjoy it.
But in your budget, would you say
stuff.
you've got the option to do that?
Budgeting does play a big part in
Aye.
it. Like you can, so sometimes you have to do without, like you have to sacrifice things for yourself to have good meals, so they're getting what they need.
Quite a lot of folk probably have to choose between buying meals and paying the bills, paying electric and stuff like that.
I would say we definitely compromise on having a more healthy meal and us not having any and the kids having it than having a cheaper meal and us all eating. I would say.
And when you're eating,
I enjoy it better at night.
when you're eating,
like,
do you all
chilled
sit down and eat
kids are in
together?
bed.
We haven't got a table, so it's like Paul's got his high chair, but because of the way it's situated, it's like I normally feed him first, then me and Paul sit and eat, and he's sitting staring at us like, oh, give me more, give me more.
Yeah.
We started coming because it's mentioned about food security because we haven't got like a table, so all our kids have to sit on the floor, and we can't enjoy a nice meal because they've nowhere to sit and they're all trampling food on your carpets and they don't sit nice and enjoy a meal. They're just running about and well, that's a reason.
So how many things have we all got?
And do you think you just go in and buy what you need, or
I'll go in.
I'll always go for what's on offer.
All the people we spoke to were really making a choice to look for cut price and special offer foods.
Sometimes going for stuff that's on offer or buying bulk because then at least I've got enough to feed them all.
It's the quality of the brands I'd like to be better. That's the struggle there, but
yeah. And they were really making a conscious effort in shopping to try and purchase the lowest priced items of whatever kind it is. Some people bought multi-packs and so on from time to time, but that presents a bit of a problem because then you've got, you're having the same meal more than once.
We thought we were getting like a good deal, in farm foods you get like the 3 lots of milk for £2, but we don't use it. So like we've got like 4 pints sitting in the fridge we've got to use by Friday, otherwise it goes off.
Do you think it's cheaper to go and buy like fruit and veg, or do you think it's cheaper to buy like a big multi-pack of crisps?
Multi-pack of crisps.
Like,
Yeah, I think it's cheaper to buy a big
like
bag
that.
of frozen veg. That's what I do. Like I buy my tins of peas because nobody likes frozen peas, but like all my green beans and carrots and my sweet corn and my cauliflower and broccoli and all that, I buy the bags of it.
Do you find yourself like at the beginning of the week you like budget for your shopping through the week? Like you'll say, right, I'll keep that in case I need milk at the end of the week, or
I
do you just
try. You do.
When we looked at routines, what we suppose we really found overall was a traditional routine: breakfast, lunch, tea. People didn't follow that at all. Generally, people sort of said they tended to eat when they were hungry rather than have a set meal time. It tended to mean then substituting for a proper meal rather low nutrition, high fat, sugary snacks.
Like crisps and chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
I
I
think
always
it's
have my
bars.
kids like breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and tea about the same time, but that doesn't mean that I always eat at the same time.
is it a trend between the single guys and the mothers, and that is it a trend that you always go for the same sort of food and the same brands?
do
Do
usually.
you stick to the same things because you're comfortable with it and you know that sort of?
How often do you have takeaways or eat out?
Through the days, like if we're doing the street and all that, Baguette, Greg's, wherever, like I think through the days works for us. We'll grab stuff when we do rather
Would you
than
say
going
that's
in and
like
making a
you'd have it
sandwich.
as a treat through the week, or it's just convenient, like just nip in at Greg's?
I think it's
Convenient.
convenient.
Aye.
Do you know I think it's funny
For
how
walking up the road.
you'll go into
Aye.
a shopping and say, right, I've got this much, and you try and budget for all your shopping, and then but you'll spend all that on like a takeaway
A
or
baguette and a-
aye, can what I mean?
£2.50 a baguette, you could buy a bag of pasta and a block of cheese.
Aye, or you could go to Morrison's, buy a pack of 6 baguettes.
To some extent, I think for everyone, there was a sort of preference for convenience food. I think all the people we've spoken to so far occasionally go to a social eating or sharing like event locally, like a lunch club, and actually that was very important part of the week for people. People really saw that as a bit of a highlight. They knew they were getting a nutritious meal, plus there was a lot of social company, a lot of socialising around that, and it's inexpensive. And that actually, people did use those, didn't they?
We went again on a Friday, and there's quite a few folk there, and they seem to enjoy it, and you're not just eating yourself, you're having a bite to eat and speaking to folk, and you're getting healthy food and that.
I think it's really good for kids to learn like about socially eating with everybody, and like we get to have a wee chatty and we get all share our problems, and it's really good because it's
Aye,
like
some
it's like
people
makes
Tuesday
it a
morning's the
happy
only day I have
occasion.
breakfast just because I'm
Me
here.
too. Like it makes it a happy like sociable situation eating it.
Some people said they lacked the experience. Some people said they lacked the knowledge. Everybody said there was an issue about being motivated to cook.
I think for a lot of
Might have
people
been
that
that,
like
yeah.
the whole like when you have more people you put more effort in because it's about making people happy and you want people to
Yeah.
enjoy it.
That's what you were saying.
So that's probably why you put less effort in when it's just you.
Probably a lot of what was being bought was stuff that would last,
I've got 6 kids. I'll just go buy someone that makes a big meal.
but there were certainly issues around people skipping meals and so on. And partly that was certainly involved in the business of paying other bills.
Well, the main large factor was the budgets, and then again the other was like their skills and knowledge of cooking.
There were quite a lot of what you might call no-cook items. Really very little in terms of fresh or whole foods. For me, food security means having a good, healthy, tasty and enjoyable diet.
For me, I've realised that it's more about like sort of like motivation and different people's situations, and it's not always about just diet, and it's about like budget and that as well.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting to hear everybody's different situations, because I think sometimes you just think it's all like how you shop and how you eat is like that's the norm for everybody, and it's no.
Food security for myself, I think, would be get the right balance of healthy food, food that are going to sort of motivate you and make you feel better about yourself and perk you up, and that will sort of last longer, so you're not snacking on sort of rubbish and things.
Yeah, I think it would be having more choice.
But it's quite crap because you haven't got one cook and it's quite dear.
We do have limited access to
One shop.
I think the main factor that relates to food security, or when people feel food insecure, is not having enough money to spend on good quality food, and not having the confidence to feel that they can cook and prepare good meals for themselves, their families and friends.
People need to know that they're food insecure, that there's another way of doing it. Some people are living and eating in a way that's not healthy, but they don't know it. So the learning that comes through projects such as this, I think, is really important.
For me, like food security is about, I suppose, about having like being able to make like a healthy, nutritious meal for your family within your budget is really what it boils down to for me.